What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the 49 Carats podcast. This is a special, very quick episode because I'm going to be heading out to the game here very shortly. Going to tailgate for a bit before I head out there, but um, just wanted to give you guys a quick preview of this matchup. And of course, you guys know I'm going to go live after the game as well, so make sure you tune in for that after the game. But look, let's talk about some 49ers injury news before the game. Eric Armstead, he was declared out, still dealing with his foot injury, still dealing with his ankle injury. And then, of course, as you guys know, Jason Verrett is out for the season, so he will not be playing in this game, obviously. And then Samson Ebukam, who has not practiced really at all this week, he has been listed as doubtful, so it's very unlikely that he will be playing in this game. Dealing with a quad and also an Achilles injury, I guess, for Samson Ebukam. So I'll talk about more about that in a bit and how that might impact the game. And then Dre Greenlaw, that's the good news, right? Dre Greenlaw has been cleared to play. So him, as well as a few guys who have been cleared, not cleared, but activated from IR, Elijah Mitchell, Aziz Al-Shaair, and Colton McKivitz have all been activated, so good chance that all of those guys play in this game as well. And so the linebacker group, for the first time in many weeks, will be at full strength, and it should play a huge part in this game. It's good to see that group at full strength. And on the Chargers side, Keenan Allen, as well as Mike Williams, is going to be out for the Chargers, so they're kind of depleted at wide receiver. Josh Palmer is expected to be their wide receiver one for this game, and their kicker is out as well, Dustin Hopkins. So they'll have another kicker who will be kicking for them today. So we'll see how that goes. That could play an impact in this game as well. We'll just have to wait and see. And then for doubtful, their linebacker Chris Rumph is doubtful with a knee injury, and then their offensive lineman Trey Pipkins. I was mentioning him as a key factor, right? Because he's their left tackle. Trey Pipkins is. And so if he was out, or if he is going to be out, obviously that's a huge advantage for Nick Bosa. Probably already a huge advantage for Nick Bosa, if we're being honest. But obviously if he's out, an even bigger one. And Brendan James, also questionable for the Chiefs. By the way, guys, I see a few of you on. Appreciate it. I'm trying out a new mic. Can you guys let me know if you can hear my mic okay today? Just want to confirm that this thing is working as it should be. But let's talk about some keys to the game for the 49ers. So on offense, I feel that this should be a very run-heavy game for the offense. And with Christian McCaffrey and how well he has looked, how easily he was integrated into this offense. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it, man. I think that the 49ers should have no problem running the football today. The Chargers are one of the worst teams defensively against the run. So advantage for the 49ers there. We'll see a lot of runs today. And Elijah Mitchell, as I mentioned, he's going to be activated. He's going to get into the mix. I imagine the 49ers may want to ease him in a little bit, but who knows. I know they understand the importance of trying to keep Christian McCaffrey fresh and healthy, so don't be surprised to see Elijah Mitchell spell Christian McCaffrey on a few snaps and him get some more carries than maybe you would have thought he would. So I'm excited to see Elijah Mitchell back in this game, and this is a perfect game to get him back in there because, as I mentioned, Chargers, terrible run defense. And so they should be able to hold on to the football, run the clock. And that's going to be a huge part of keeping Justin Herbert off the field, as well as Austin Eckler, because I'm a little worried about Austin Eckler in that sense. But, we'll talk about more about that in a bit. Debo is going to be back, so we'll see how Debo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey work together on the field. I imagine we probably see Kyle Shanahan try to get creative with those two on the field at the same time. But at the same time, if the 49ers are, running the football with ease, or they're moving the ball with ease, he might want to save that trick up his sleeve just a little bit longer. But I do imagine that, there will be some plays where we'll at least see them both in the backfield at the same time. And like I said, as far as the defense goes, I know they're probably feeling the loss of Jason Verrett, quite heavily, and obviously they feel bad for him. But this defense, as it has been all season, is next man up, and so they need to go ahead and go out there and rally for him. Diamador Lenore, he has to continue to step up, and he has stepped up since he's been the CB2. But pretty much at this point, knowing that he's going to be the CB2 the rest of the way, we're going to have to see improvements week in and week out. And so he needs to be a strong CB2 for this team going forward, for this defense to have consistent success. That's one of the, I think, main things that with Emmanuel Mosley being out, I've been a little worried about. And hopefully, Diamador Lenore can continue to make some strides in that regard. What's going on, guys? Appreciate you coming on today. I guess that the Cowboys Packers game isn't very exciting, right? Or the LA Rams and the Cardinals also not exciting. All right, but unfortunately for Jimmy Ward, right, I think with Jason Verrett being out, it may mean that we continue to see him playing at nickel, at least for the foreseeable future. Samuel Womack could become that guy eventually, but for whatever reason, I still feel that the team does not have as much trust in Samuel Womack as, maybe we do from the outside looking in. So I would expect to see Jimmy Ward there, continue to see him there. And the defensive line, without Eric Armstead, who they've been without for a few weeks now. So in that regard, they've somewhat adjusted. But now with Ebelcom being out, I think it's going to be really important for the rest of the guys to step up on run defense because both Armstead and Ebukam are great run defenders. So that's the one thing, as I mentioned, I'm a little worried about with Austin Eckler. My only concern in this game, and so that's why I need the offense to be able to sustain drives so that the defense could stay fresh and keep Herbert and Eckler off the field. I think the Chargers will want to run the ball, and if they do pass it, I think Eckler is going to be that guy for Herbert. He's going to be that outlet for him, a lot of checkdowns. But Josh Palmer is going to be their wide receiver one. Should give an advantage to Charvarius Ward, but, we'll just have to wait and see how that does. But I feel pretty good about the matchup for the secondary. And like I said, it's really just limiting Austin Eckler and what he's able to do out there. Keeping the defense fresh is going to be really important. Celts over here says, will there be a future interview with Bosa? And if so, will you impersonate him during the interview? I would love to have Nick Bosa on, obviously. I would take any current or former player on the pod anytime. But haven't gotten a chance to talk to him, and I don't know if he's ever seen my videos, but definitely would be really cool if he ever saw. Ty said, Chronicles Training Camp 2023, Steph and Bosa for sure. That would be awesome. I would love that. Ty says they are going to stay away from Mooney Ward, and after Lenore, I think Demo will rise to the occasion. Yeah, and that's kind of the thing, right? That's why there's a lot of pressure on Diamador Lenore to be that guy because teams know to stay away from Mooney Ward. They know how good he is, and so just out by default, Lenore, the CB2, becomes, highly targeted, and so Lenore's going to have to prove that he can be a guy who can be a threat on that side as well. So, they'll probably keep teams from throwing to him, but just by default, he's going to get a lot of targets his way, and so Ty, you think that he'll rise to the occasion? I sure hope so, man. Kel says, real talk, you deserve a Bosa interview. The faithful should come together at some point and push it. That'd be pretty awesome. But you know how Nick Bosa is in interviews, right? I probably won't get many words out of him. So, but that I would love that. You guys can definitely try to push for that. But hey, guys, I'm gonna leave to the stadium pretty soon. But make sure you tune in after the game. I'll be doing a live instant reaction following the game. Maybe not right after because I got to get out and everything and get away from the chaos. But yeah, and hopefully we're talking about a 49ers win after the game. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe if you are not yet. Appreciate you guys. Peace.